Shouldn't discredit Epic. Oh, Epic played great. Epic played really good, dude. I've been singing Epic's praises all day. Epic's a god. I was a little bit disappointed, obviously, because I think Disc definitely made a mistake under pressure. But the opening went so good for him in that last game, guys. The opening went so good for him. I believe it is 0-0. It is. Thank you, Lost Ginger and Prototype. Down here in the bottom right-hand side, guys, representing Scythe Esports, it is Daydreamer. We have an update from Penguin. What have you... Hey, Penguin. Penguin knows all the players. I've got to ask all the questions of Penguin right now about these players. He says Richer is Satorx. Hey, good play by Satorx, then. For those who didn't see, you should probably go click on me last YouTube video called Nuclear Launch Detected. Might involve a couple of nukes landing on Satorx in a TVT. Might have been a good game. You ask Satorx, he'd be like, that was the worst game I played all week, pig. Why did you have to put that on YouTube? And I'm like, because I landed nukes on you. That's a proxy hatch, guys. Let's talk about this game. This is Starkiller. He's a bit cheesy. He's very crazy. He's very wild. Daydreamer's going to pull 4 probes. Okay, here we go. All right, so meanwhile, the drone... the pylon is going to counter-block the hatchery. The drone's down here fighting. We got a gas and a pool down. Only pulling a few probes to damage this hatch. Chronoing a zealot. We got a second gas. No second gas going down. Continuing probe production. And... Wait. Oh, there's a second pylon there. Okay, yeah, he's going to commit to the pylon block. Interesting. So the probe comes into the main and is like, yo, what are you doing behind this, dude? Sees the pool's almost done. Cancels that pylon down there. That hatchery goes up in a weird location. Starkiller's goal in the game is to screw his opponents up. He just wants to throw the game into the weird zone where he can find a big timing attack. He's a big timing attack player. He masses roaches all the time. Very rarely goes to late game tech. Oh, lovely little surround there. All right, so he gets rid of the block, does Daydreamer, but he's been forced to build 2 Zealots and an Adept before Nexus. It's a tad awkward. It basically just messes up the build on both sides. Now, you do have to counter pressure as Daydreamer, depending on what you know about your opponent. And this is why I hate this scenario as Protoss if I don't know my opponent. If I know my opponent, I am usually either going to dive with the Zealots and the Adept and commit really hard. That's what I'll do to someone like Vibe. Unless I actually see a lot of Zerglings and him respecting the counter pressure, I know he's a greedy boy. I will dive and commit. However, if I'm playing someone like Starkiller, I'm going to go across the map, hit the hatchery a few times, and then just go home because I know he's a crazy kind of player. He likes to do his all-ins, his crazy attacks. So I know he's looking for any excuse for my units to be on his side of the map. Daydreamer, I don't think, knows this about Starkiller, or at least isn't following the same thought process as me, because you can see he's out here in the open, and you need to either go home or get yourself in the mineral line. You can't be out in the open with these Zealots. You want to wedge them in the mineral line where they can at least not have as much surface area. I think Daydreamer, okay, I think Starkiller's actually pulled the trigger a bit too early here, and with some good Zealot micro, Daydreamer looks really nice. Daydreamer really should go home, though, I think. I mean, he's forcing a lot of Lings, at least. Another Adept comes. Oh, my. Oh, my. Get the Zealots over there. Oh, doesn't cancel the Shade. Why are the Zealots not helping? Zealots, help! Yeah, at the end, I mean, it's still a slow economy for Starkiller, but a pretty good trade, like cost for cost with the Zerglings for the Zealots there. So behind it, it's like, okay, Protoss is up a few probes, but there's 3 hatcheries finished. Who's ahead? Who's behind? Well, there's an Oracle already on the way as well. There's actually a lot of Lings on the map, and there's only 1 Adept. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a shield battery, not a pylon. Okay, Daydreamer's fine. Daydreamer's completely fine. It's good that shield battery got built. Yeah, I feel like you could kind of mess up Starkiller a little bit there and commit not quite as much, get a faster transition. Daydreamer actually handled it pretty well, and you know what? I think if the Adepts actually synced up and the Zealots synced up, it might have just been a win. Might have been a win. Someone says, I thought Starkiller was Protoss. Nope. It's funny, Automod got that because you said thought. Oh, Automod. Automod. Enza Danino, aka Volts, is already qualified? Yeah, I mean, is he actually playing Enza Danino now? What kind of a silly name is that? Stick to the 1 ID. Volts is not a bad name. It's pretty good. I'm so... pro gamers, man. I'm proud of my name, Pig. Even when I'm like, oh, it's a bit of a silly name. Some people think pigs are a bad thing. Do I change it? No, it's my identity. You know, come on. Come on. Don't go changing your name, guys. Phoenix clears that up. Where's the Oracle at? Did it go down? No, it's just chilling at the third. All right, so Daydream is just kind of building up now. We've got a Robo finishing. No gases still, though. It's very late gases for Daydreamer. It's a real weird build. Can see an Observer? I think we might just see him. I think he wants to go Archon drop, but I don't think it works from here. Ooh, nice Adept Shade. He's gonna get one worker. Yeah, just shade him out. Shade him up to the natural. Ah, good micro. Yeah, really nice little pocket micro there from Daydreamer. Might get one more drone with some nice little shift clicky. No shift clicky. No shift clicky. Phoenix is up there. That Overlord somehow survived. It's on the little runway over here. Holy crap, guys. What the hell? How can you not just send a Zergling to break through this barrier and get all that Vespian gas? That's bullshit. I only just realized there's trucks filled with Vespian gas up here. That's not fair. That's dumb. Why can't you get it? Okay. Hydroden. It's already almost finished. Starkiller is going to go for a mass Hydraling attack. Do you reckon? I don't reckon he makes Banelings because Starkiller doesn't use control groups. So I reckon he someone told me earlier, it was Ray's hopped in chat and said that he actually doesn't just not use control groups. Wait a second. I'm pressing Control Shift G to reveal control groups, guys. And okay, there we go. I was like, neither of them showing up as having any control groups. Both of them are F2 players by the looks of it. Okay, fair enough. That's just insane. You can get to such high level of play with that. These Lings are actually on a control group. Lings will not get that. Yeah, good pullback by Starkiller. I've made the mistake so many times of being like, yeah, I'll jump on that Immortal in the open. You forget that unupgraded Lings literally take like 1,000 hits to kill an Immortal. They're called Immortals for a reason. They are insanely powerful. All right, so Daydream is now control grouping that army. Prism does have a control. Okay, it does use control. It was just a rare moment while everything was getting set up where there were no control groups. That's interesting. I like to look at the control groups of pros and see what they use. Charge, Colossi range, and a second Robo. So it's 2 Robo Colossi, 2 Immortals, and it's just going to be a brutal Immortal charge a lot of time. This is like the anti-Starkiller. I feel like Daydreamer does know who he's playing against here. I feel like Starkiller is going to get wrecked by this. Ooh, good micro as well. Yeah, Daydreamer sees the attack coming. Oh man, just Chrono Boost the Colossus range, and this is going to be the easiest way. Like, unit composition is 1,000 times better. If you get to 4 Colossi as Daydreamer, it's game over. And I don't see Starkiller diversifying. There's no +2 upgrade. There's nothing but mass Hydraling. Now, if these units go out into the open and get surrounded, that would be the one way you could lose. There's no units too close to them, though, so instead they're just going to find a few Hydras in the open and say, nom nom, yeah, we'll take that. Warp in a sentry. You need to warp in a sentry now! Uh-oh. Recall. The Colossi are being recalled. Zing. The Lings are in there, though. Uh-oh. Force fields! Force fields! Trap the Hydras! Trap the Hydras! Oh, a little bit slow on those forcey fields. Stasis trap. Almost got down. Not quite. A lot of the probes going down. Starkiller just going massively YOLO here. Oh, man. All the probes are going down. They got massacred there. Starkiller's absolutely crazy YOLO just attack there. Finds Daydreamer moving out with no map vision. And what should have been a disastrous situation is now salvageable if Starkiller quickly transitions tech. If Starkiller quickly transitions... No, I don't think Banelings is the right call. Because there's Archons already coming in. Yeah, you're too far behind the curve to do this with Hydra Bane. You should be rushing Hive here. It's either rush Corruptors, but I would honestly just go for Vipers and hope we can kind of catch them off guard without feedbacks. Because it's such a bad compositional situation, Hydra Ling versus Colossus, that, yeah, things can get really awkward. A Daydreamer feels forced to push here, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, 18 Zealots and there's only pure Hydra? Actually, yeah, I do know. That's the best army you could possibly have for this scenario. I was thinking it might be unnecessary. Ling counterattack does hit the main and the natural. Natural wall holds, but the third gets absolutely ravaged. At the same time, we do see Starkiller pulling back, he's pulling back. Whoa, big Hydra Concave, but the Zealots are going to do pretty good, as will the Archons and the Colossus. The Guardian Shield, pretty epic, but the Sentry ends up falling there. I don't know if that's enough. The third base has been ravaged by Lings here. Starkiller trying to defend Colossus with Hydras. It's not a pretty sight, but if he gets the job done, that's all that matters. Drones being pulled to the front. He just needs to hold on, but his Hydras are so clumped. Drones being pulled from the natural and the third at the same time. He's trying to get these Colossi. The War Prism save them. And 2 Colossi getting out is actually huge. Holy crap, man. He's going to do some hot pickups there. Oh, this is sick. Hot pickup micro. Back at home, the third base. Oh, it survived. I'm like, does Starkiller win? I don't know. I do think Daydreamer could have waited a little bit longer before pushing there. Even though it turns out compositionally, you know, Daydreamer's composition was better, especially with another warp in or two. Not leaving any units on the defense, we saw how that got punished, and a lot more Archons and Zealots coming in, and Daydreamer clearly just wants to push again, and it's just like Hydra Bane versus Colossi and Archons. It's such a gross situation to be in. But there's like no creep spread for Starkiller as well. Like these Overlords or something needs to at least poop creep. Like creep is so important with Hydra Bane against any army, but especially this sort of army. You need to be able to flank it, and I think Daydreamer, just with this constant aggression, might actually be able to break through. This is a very weird clash of styles here, and I wonder if this is Daydreamer's normal style or if it's an anti-Starkiller style, because I like it as an anti-Starkiller style. I don't know what I think of it as a normal style against a regular Zerg player, but against Starkiller, it's pretty awesome. Starkiller does snipe the third Nexus. Things are getting so weird, dude. Oh, man. Oh man, more drones going across the map. He's holding off the fight for now until Banespeed's ready, I guess. If he gets enough Banespeed to clear the Zealots, it's what? 5 Archons, 2 Colossi. 1 Colossi has 32 kills, 1 has 34. The Archons are all still in the single digits. A wall of Hydras, Queens, and Zerglings. The Colossi just used 6 volleys to kill a Queen. 6 volleys to kill a Queen. The lack of focus fire from Daydreamer costing him dearly as his units just get ravaged. His Colossi adding nothing to that engagement for the first 10 seconds. And the first 10 seconds of any engagement is crucial, guys, especially with these fragile, high-damage armies. That is where you're going to see one side's damage output start to reduce over time. Now, that Colossi micro can get you pretty far. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Daydreamer, I believe, is in China, so you can see there is a bit of a ping issue. And it looks like finally Starkiller has managed to do it. I really felt Hydra Ling massing versus Colossi, worst possible situation, but if you avoid their army and wipe out their entire probe line in the very first engagement before they get their push ready, why not? And you keep Ling counterattacking? Well, why not? Starkiller here making it happen and really doing a great job. Alright. Couple of Banes say, hello, Zealots, do you want to play? The Zealots say, ow. Tanking a little bit too much with these Colossi, to be honest. But, I mean, Daydreamer keeps building a scary army, and the army supply never looks that bad. Starkiller's just put back on gas here. Still hasn't rebuilt a 4th base. Man, it's so funny because like when you watch a player who's more setting themselves up for the later game, they win one of these fights and they're infinitely ahead, but Starkiller took so much damage earlier that he hasn't really got that same economy. He's got like 2 creep tumors, but he's never going to spread them. I say that. He's never going to spread them. I'm trying to will Starkiller into spreading some creep. We did it. We did it, boys. Just because I guess there's so little else to do when you're stuck on 50 drones at this point in the game. You're just making Hydra Bane. It's too many Zealots against now the Banelings are ready. As long as those Banelings get microed into the Zealots. They didn't get the best hits there. The Zealots still going to stand strong here. Army supply advantage goes to Starkiller. Upgrade advantage goes to Starkiller. Better army comp for Daydreamer. A lot of drones getting pulled in and they're going to get massacred. I'd love to see Daydreamer just pull out here, but goes for the Zealot warp in. Ooh, that Queen tanking a lot of Colossus shots. That Queen's tank so many Colossi shots. You see how Queens can be game changers in this sort of scenario. Pick up! Ah! Oh, what are you doing, Daydreamer? No! You just killed 22 probes. If you keep this Colossus alive, you can win. He's on 28 drones. Oh, if Daydreamer kept 2 Colossi alive there, that would have been a game winner. He doesn't know. I don't think he realizes the probe position. I think he might think he's further behind than he is. He just flew that Warp Prism to its death. And he's coming in with this observer, and he's going to be like, oh, you have like 7 drones? I mean, if he checks the third, but he hasn't looked at the third. He sees a big pack of Hydras, he might just think he's dead. He's not, though. He starts another Colossi. This game is so sick. Welcome to North America, where the peak of Starcraft strategy unravels at not quite the peak mechanical level. No, it's actually some great play, honestly, but like, this is the sort of game where neither of them has been in a game like this before, because we've clearly got 2 very aggressive, oddball sort of builds attacking each other, and shit just keeps getting weird, because I've said it from the very first moment, Colossi and Zealots, Charge Zealots, pretty damn amazing versus Hydra Ling. Yeah, you add Banelings in, but you need them to like micro into the center of the Zealots, so you're screwed, dude. China can play in this qualifier. I believe China's grouped in NA for this now. Actually, that doesn't make sense. Don't they have their own qualifier? The bracket must just have the wrong initials on it. I'm probably wrong, guys. I'm probably wrong. Daydreamer has to feel so bad right now. I mean, Daydreamer fell pretty epically behind and brought it back with some decisive attacks. I don't know. Maybe Penguin or someone in chat can clarify about the Australia thing, because there's been a few China thing, because there's a few minutes delay. I've been pretty bad on that, guys. But anyways, because I can't really get answers from chat or research, and I couldn't find any info about the player. He's in Scythe Esports, so he's probably NA or Canadian. I'll double check after the game. Oh my god, pull up the ramp, get up, pull back. Yes, now turn and fight. Oh, roasty toasty. Don't chase up there, Starkiller. A terrible decision to go up the ramp into Archon Colossi. But Daydreamer holds the high ground. Unfortunately, one of his Colossi got sniped. He's been just half a second too late many times over in these engagements. You guys are correct. I don't know if China can play in NA, but who knows? Whoever this Daydreamer kid is, he's a dreamer. I'm a believer. Right now, it's Archon's Colossi and a Warp Prism saying, get out, Zerg player. Starkiller's like, are you kidding? I fought so goddamn hard to get to this position. Is this what it's going to come down to? Going into siege mode here, very dangerous with that Warp Prism. And, I mean, he's going to do it. He's going to do it, dude. Daydreamer. Holy shizzle fizz. What did we just watch? What even is this? I don't know, but it's amazing. There's an Archon, a Colossi, and 3-4 Zealots. They're going to win the game right now. Back at home, all the minerals are gone except 2 patches. He's down to 2 mineral patches. He's only mining gas. He's just got to save his last minerals to make Archons because he's got no damned mineral income left. Okay, he's got to watch out. Yeah, Daydreamer pushing in a little bit too deep here, I think. Maybe he still loses because he's got no mineral income. Oh, he's got to save the Colossus. He cannot let that... Oh my god, he's going to lose. He couldn't pick up the Colossus because it had the Archon in there. Starkiller hangs on with his 19 drone economy. What is even happening? He was losing, and then he was winning, and then he was losing, and then he was winning. Oh my god, that was like watching 2 dudes fight each other where they both just had a plank of wood with a nail in it, and one of them would hit the other guy, and you'd go like, whoa! And like the nail's stuck in the other dude's head, but then it's stuck in there, so he can't swing it, so he's trying to yank it out of the other guy's head, and the other guy pulls out a rusty fucking screwdriver and just starts stabbing him in the guts, and you're like, oh, but then he gets stuck in between 2 of his ribs, and you're like, oh, stop, and then like, it just got dirtier and dirtier from there. That was incredible. That was amazing. I want more of that. I am right now going to mark the middle of this series to make sure I don't forget. Oh my god. Daydreamer versus Starkiller. Alright, I'm going to get this ready for after this game. I think this game absolutely should go on YouTube. Alright. That was insane, dude. Let me just make sure these people invite me to the next game. Alright, let's go. Daydreamer lives in Canada. Thank you. I swear it said CN on the bracket. Did I just miss-see it before? And now I'm gonna look back and it's gonna say CN, isn't it? No, it says China on the bracket. It says CN. Should be CA for Canada, right? Yeah. Maybe they're originally from China, but then they moved to Canada. So they're still allowed to play because of residency or whatever? I don't know. Cool. Awesome. Cool build. Awesome. GG's, that game was so close. Good luck, have fun, yo. Let's go. Warp Prism is siege mode. What do you call it, Noodle King Prime? What do you call it? I call it pylon mode. Where there's some guy who's like, well, actually, it's technically called phasing generator mode, and it's when it allows you to warp in the things. And I'm like, oh, cool. Why don't you go tell me your lore that explains the goddamn Primal Zerg and how Heart of the Swarm had a great story to me as well while you're at it? Everyone knows it's siege mode. Discussion's over. I'm an adult, and that's how I argue with people, guys. I tell them they're wrong, and I hope they don't actually have a brain, and then they stop talking. Or they have a brain and they realize I'm too stupid to actually ever admit defeat, and therefore, it's a pointless pursuit. Hope you're enjoying the games, guys. Let's go into the next match of this absolutely insane series. Over here in the bottom left-hand side, in the teal, representing Scythe Esports, it's Daydreamer. And over here in the top right, going for a 14 hatch, it's Starkiller. He's like, I just feel like building my hatchery on 14 because I don't want to have drones this game. And I'm like, well, if you open the Liquid Ret's Bible of how to macro in Starcraft, Brood War, and Starcraft 2, it says that one should build the maximum number of drones possible to saturate their bases, thereby having more minerals and more strategic options in order to try and defeat their opponent. Starkiller? I mean, do you not believe that? Starkiller says strategic options? Choices? Reactions? Mate, I'm doing the dumbass build. This here is mass speedling. It all relies on Daydreamer coming in and saying, yeah, this all looks normal. There's a hatch, there's a gas, there's a pool. Not questioning the fact that all of them are 20 to 25 seconds earlier than they should be. And just does a normal build and the alarm bells don't go off. I've died to it on ladder before because I'm a dumbass. That's why I call it the dumbass build. It's because literally it is so obvious that this is what's happening. You're like, oh yeah, Ling speed starting that early? That seems normal. Sure. That hatchery seems a tad early, but it must be in my imagination. This is usually used in Zerg vs. Zerg, but it works in ZVP as well. Why does it work in ZVP? Because Protoss players, just like Zerg players, don't look at their scouting sometimes. However, Daydreamer is built a Zealot, is chronoing an Adept, and is already thinking about walling off. You've got to remember, Ling speed is going to be done about 20 to 30 seconds earlier than normal, and your opponent's just going to do a Ling Flood. You just need to wall off and you're fine. Now, he just walls off here to be super safe, mega early, and Starkiller's like, crud. He paid attention to his probe. Now remember, guys, it's okay, because the transition off this is your opponent expects you to mass speedlings and run them at your opponent's wall. So he is going to mass speedlings and run them at his opponent's wall. That's the change up, is if your opponent, there's no transition off this, your economy's so bad. You're already down 9 workers. If Daydreamer just keeps building stuff and walling off with extra buildings and keeps the Adepts alive behind the wall, this will not work. But Starkiller will have a huge rally of Zerglings that will come endlessly across this map. Let's see how it goes. We're seeing too many probes being built right now. He's already up 11 probes. He needs to wall off right now. Right now, he needs to wall off. He's taking his time. I don't know if that's a full wall there. That Adept needs to hold position. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, that's good. That's a good wall. He's got the shield battery there. He's going to wall off behind it, shade backwards. Solid hold. The droning starts. And don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not saying that Starkiller is a dummy for doing this build. Everybody does this. Starkiller actually made it into Challenger the last time off this build in a final qualifying match against McMunro. I was telling this story earlier today. McMunro was super, super mad because he thought, because sometimes Starkiller goes in early hatchery and has like a weird gas pool timing. Just with his normal macro build, because he likes to go 16 hatch and then build the Overlord sometimes. So McMunro thought it was just his normal weird macro opening, and he was really freaked out and he just died. And he was so upset. He was like, oh my god, are you serious? And McMunro was playing like a god up to that point in the qualifiers. I was pretty sad for him as well. He's tweeting, he was like, this guy's a monkey, blah, 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 he's an idiot. I don't know if he actually said that, but he was angry. He was just upset about the turn of events. And it's just funny here, because now, once again, under pressure, Starkiller does it. And if anyone's like, oh, so anyone who does this build, you're just looking down on them, you think they're an idiot pig? Once again, I'm going to reiterate. Someone else who's a pretty decent StarCraft player. I wouldn't say he's as good as me. I'm clearly the best player in the world. But this up-and-comer who might get good in a few years from now and maybe even make a living off the game, his name's Cyril. He did this exact same opening against Rogue at BlizzCon. So I don't think it makes the user of the build an idiot. That being said, it was the only map Cyril dropped to Rogue, so I think it says something about the build. I think it's so bad. I think it's so predicated on your opponent pooping the bed and not realizing what's going on that it's just terrible. But nonetheless, he tried it. The Adept counter pressure comes with, is it Glaives? No Glaives. It's just unupgraded Adepts. But I mean, what is there to defend it? A few Queens and Zerglings? This is not very good for Starkiller. Oh, he tries to fight with the drones. And actually good disengage there by Starkiller. A lot of those drones were wounded. He was about to go from 6 workers killed to about 12. Commits to the shade. Oh man, lots of drones going down. And this is not going to do, like, this is already more than enough damage. Like, you could even just leave his Daydreamer. Oh man, Oracle's flying in. He can even click on the Spore Crawler if he wants to. Oh, this is terrible. Starkiller, yeah. I mean, he's up the game. He played a fantastic game 1. Went for the all-in game 2. Didn't quite work out. Hey, not a bad little recall. Saves 3 of those. The Oracle actually just took out a Queen as well. Not a bad little kill. Daydreamer's like, I've got a 3rd up. I've got 44 probes. I've got 3 gateways. I've got Immortals in production. I think you've just got to warp in a bunch of units as Daydreamer. Make a few sentries, maybe some zealots. Get your Twilight and your Forge on the way. A few more gateways, and you basically got this game in the bag. That being said, Starkiller's only down 6 workers. He's not out of it yet. He's still got some units on the map. If he stops any follow-up pressure for the next minute or two, goes for something really decisive, like kind of commits everything on one hinge, so to speak, basically says, hey, look, here's a strategic edge. I'm going to go for a big Hydra Bane timing, or I'm going to turtle straight to Broodlords and play a little bit greedily or something. You know, as long as he commits really hard in one direction, he'll be okay. Or at least have an opportunity. The thing is, Starkiller, he was saying to me earlier today, he doesn't know how to use spellcasters because he doesn't use control groups. Well, that was the implication. He didn't say the control groups. He said he doesn't know how to use spellcasters. So I was like, okay. I was like, just make Broodlords. And he's like, I've never made Broodlords before. And I was like, oh my. Oh my, Starkiller. He's a Roach God, though. He's a Hydra God. He's a Hydra Bane God. He's a Roach Hydra God. See how he does. That's awesome. 4 kills. The Adepts are stalling in the middle. This is really nice damage, man. His Ling counterattacks. He's up to 60 workers. What's he got at home, though? Is no Baneling Nest? Oh, no Baneling Nest. He can win, though. He's only got 2 queens. He's only got 2 queens? Oh, God. Oh, man. The Oracles will ruin him. Like, normally you could just surround these Adepts because they don't have glaives, and since he has such a good Ling count, but he's going to lose a queen over there on the 3rd. Now, the Oracles are going in and fighting the Spore Crawler at the same time. The Lings are going to get a decent wraparound. They should be able to deal with this. It looks like one Oracle fell. The other Oracle ran away. And sorry guys, my observing's been really lazy today. I'm just looking at things I want to look at because I know how the fight's going to go. It's like terrible for new viewers, for most viewers, to be honest. I hate when observers do that. I'm prioritizing my own entertainment over yours. Sorry guys, I'll try to stop. So that was still a very good pressure, but not as bad as it could have been. He's going into Hydras. He's redroning and he's trying to go Lurkers. Only one Immortal out. Good little squad of charge lots. An interesting robotics bay. So I feel like Daydreamer is like just like obsessed with Colossus, I guess. And against someone who goes this much Hydraling, yeah, why not? Why not? You've really got to leave a cannon or something at this base, by the way. These Lings are just going to not stop. They're going to keep coming in over and over again. Ooh, nice little shield battery snipe. Starkiller grabs a probe kill. He's doing really well. Starkiller's a beast, man. He's just going to keep looking for his edges. He fights hard. He fights long. And Zealots come up. They do start to hit down those Zerglings. Okay. We got Adepts, Zealots, and Immortal. Super random attack. I'm a little bit confused about what Daydreamer is trying to do, but we did see from that last game, Daydreamer seems to be only comfortable when attacking, does not seem to be very comfortable when defending. Uh-oh, Zealots go out and get themselves surrounded. You need to pull these probes to fight. Oh no, you can't lose the... Oh god. Daydreamer! Okay, much quicker pull on the probes this game. Not as bad as the last game where things went really, really wrong really quickly. We've got 3 Archons in here. Would love another High Templar to pair up with that other one. Zergling's going to be forced home. We've only got 8 Hydras out. I don't think that's enough to hang on. It looks like Daydreamer should be able to equalize this series. I mean, it would be really rough. If Daydreamer loses this game, it's like, ooh, Starkiller was clearly the better player. If he can win this game after that start, I mean, the opening was flawless from Daydreamer, but we'll see how this goes. Okay. Zealots go down there. All right. Drones evacuating. Good pull. Oh, stasis trap. Oh, he's trying to make lurkers already. Okay. 2 base Hydraling lurker. Go take a corner base. Do it. Take a corner base. You know you want to. Lings on the other side being pulled home. You gotta remember this position's really hard for Starkiller. Oh, get the prism. Gets the prism. Run. That High Templar does not have Storm. We do not need to worry about... Oh, they're on hold fire. He activates them. Oh, he needed to be more patient. He should have waited for him to get even deeper. Now the Oracle turns on its revelation. Those lurkers are firing. They are still going to hold on. He's going to say, okay, you can't kill me. You only revealed 2 of them. He was using hold fire on the lurkers, trying to let that army come really deep, but he knew he couldn't lose all of his drones, so he had to activate it just a little bit too early. And yeah, Daydreamer's in an awesome position. If Daydreamer could get up like a 4th base, he'd be even more impregnable, but 2nd Robo is going to be awesome. More gateways, more pylons. All the good things. Corner base trying to go up. Starkiller's like desperately trying to make a new lurker down here. He lost his one. But there's just no way, guys. There is no way. I'm going to put this on Daydreamer's camera for a second and just see how he finishes out. Someone was asking about that build order. Oh, so with this build, no, you drone to 15. So you go up to 14 drones, you do an extractor trick, which is where you build an extractor, queue up another drone, then you cancel the extractor, so you're at 15 out of 14 supply. Then you go down, build a 15 hatch, 14 gas, 13 pool. And yeah, basically off 15 drones, like you just pull off gas at 100, make ling speed, you just make lings nonstop, and you just go across the map and try to overwhelm them. But as I said, it's like there's this really obvious thing to any player who knows their timings at a high level is like, this is just a really inefficient 1 base ling bane all in. It's like, yeah, you've got a hatchery behind it, but like it's slower than a gas pool all in, slower than 1 base, so it's just a bit of an awkward one, and it doesn't work out too well. It all relies upon the trickery of, hey, look, I have a hatchery, I'm playing a normal game. And if they don't buy that, Daydreamer, for instance, did not, they will just chew you down. And that is exactly what we're seeing here. We're on Daydreamer's camera, smashes through, ties up the series 1-1. Have a little bit of class, mate. Little bit of class. Talk about Starcraft before you share your embarrassing stories, Twitch chat. Come on, mate. All right, waiting for the next game. Let's get in. Don't forget to invite me. Okay. Shoot me that invite. Noise. So apparently there's a few clips. People are linking up in the chat. As always, guys, you see anything that is exceptional, could be exceptionally bad, exceptionally good, anything exceptional in the chat. Not in the chat, but on the stream, sorry. Clip it up. Gets into the highlight clips. Should be good. This is going long today, man. It's going long. Long. Should be good. Should time out for most of the stream. So yeah, Daydreamer is a Chinese exchange student living in that beautiful little place that you all know as Canada. The land of the snowman. The land of the great large moose. Where the sex idols skate around on ice and punch each other on the face. The sex symbols, sorry, not sex idols. That sounds like you're on a talent show for banging. Which is not exactly what I had in mind when I said that. Yes, he built the Lurkadon in the third. Why? Says Bally Army. Well, I'm sure it was a great, well thought out strategic decision. And it was bait, I think, Bally Army. I'm sure he doesn't regret it at all, building the Lurkadon in the third. I'm sure Starkiller is definitely not kicking himself. Playing a very high intensity, getting close to qualifying match here for WCS Challenger. And I know I'm making fun of you, but it was clearly a mistake, dude. It was clearly, he just didn't think it through. He was just trying to like make shit. He's like, maybe if I go Lurkers, I can do this. He just threw it down wherever. Got punished. Got punished, dude. Even the best players, you're always going to notice 1,000 details they do wrong, right? There's always like little things you're like, oh, that could be optimized if you did this. That's what's great about StarCraft. So much going on. It forces you to make mistakes constantly. Finally. Here we go. For a second, I don't know why, I saw this mini-map just out of the corner of my eye and I thought it was Catalyst. And I was like, whoa, Catalyst! And I was like, no, that's not in the map pool, pig. So guys, the series is tied up 1-1. And down here, in the bottom right-hand side, in the teal, representing Scythe Esports, he is a Daydreamer. I love this logo, by the way. Isn't that adorable? He's like, oh, because I'm going to kill you. Whoa. Up here in the top left, in the red, representing Axe, it's Starkiller. So you guys who don't know, this is a new team in esports called Axe Body Spray. I asked earlier what this team was, and then I immediately forgot. It's not actually Axe Body Spray. Let me just check this real quickly, guys. Professional product. It's Alpha X. Oh, that's the Alpha X logo. I knew that logo from somewhere. Didn't they used to use a different handle on it, though? I don't know why. I didn't realize he was still an Alpha X. Oh, that's cool. Alpha X are awesome, guys. I don't know what... I swear they used to use APX or something like that. They changed their symbol to AX, which looks cooler. Looks like it's part of some secret society or something. I like it. Starkiller's going to open up with a gas pool. Probe's going to come in and go, what the hell are you doing, Starkiller? Starkiller's like, haha, just still expanding, man. It's just a normal build. Meanwhile, Daydreamer... Wait, why are we're going to go core first before Nexus. Wow, just mega safety. Okay, so Daydreamer basically... Wait, building a Zealot as well? This wasn't that early a pool, was it? I wasn't paying attention, guys. That's 16 drones, though. It feels like it's just a 17-17. Maybe it was a 16 gas 16 pool. I feel like this is safer than you need to be, but it'll make your life really easy, so why not? I can get behind it. I like it. High pressure situation, tied 1-1. I like it, Daydreamer. You're a ledge. Thank you very much for the support, guys. By the way, anyone who's new to the stream, please do click that follow button. We've had a few subs who haven't been the best at calling out. Frosty Iceman and Nikas were the last ones over an hour ago. Really appreciate everyone who's been supporting the stream. If you are new, normally we don't... Did he cancel the Zealot? Oh my god. What? What? Daydreamer! Oh no! Ah, the gateway goes down! Loses all the 150 minerals for it. Now has to build another pylon. Is going to lose another pylon as well. Oh my lord, this is a terrible start for Daydreamer. Committed so much to trying to play extra safe against this, and then just drops the soap and cancels the Zealot there. Oh, a bit of indecisiveness. It's better to be a little bit overly safe and be confident and stick with your decision than it is to be unconfident, right? I always talk about this in StarCraft, and at first I was like, oh, I feel like you don't need to be this safe, but you know what? I like it because he's just saying shut down any chance of the game getting thrown into a weird zone early. give myself the confidence to be in control of the matchup. If he was getting Ling all in, like, he wouldn't know it. It would just be hitting him now. And he'd be like, whoa, because he hasn't had any scouting, right? He's been so preoccupied with that. He doesn't even know if there's a third base. He's blind right now. Ling speed's done. This adept's probably going to go down. He's trying to scout with it. But yeah, Starkiller has a very nice start, I feel. And yeah, Ling's going to go try and get this around. They should be able to maybe get it. If I were microing this adept, I would send it like here, hide it for a little bit, and then bring it back like maybe a minute from now, because I know the Lings are probably going to be intercepting me. About 3 minutes 30 is when Ling speed normally finishes, but because we saw it was a gas pool, good chance it would have been done at about 3 minutes and 5, 3 minutes and 10 seconds, somewhere around there. So yeah, that adept does get caught on the way home. Stalker's on the way out. Very late Stargate. Now, I am not a fan of late Stargate tech play, guys. I think Stargate, you want to get out a Phoenix as fast as possible to deny scouting, an Oracle as fast as possible to force early spores. When it's delayed this much, this is about, I'd say, a 45-second delay on this Stargate at least. It just feels like this Oracle is coming out and the Zerg has all the time in the world to prepare. Now, that being said, Starkiller's work account, maybe not quite where I would have expected it considering the opening. But he's going 3 gas, he's going lair. I would not be surprised to see the biggest brain play of them all. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know where your opponent's brain literally is firing on all cylinders. You know where they say, I could do 85 drone Hydra Bane. I could tech up to Swarm Host Nidus and Broodlord Infester. And they're like calculating all that, but then they choose to just go 50 drone Hydra Lang and just A-move. Pretty sure Starkiller's just done that decision where he's like, no, I'm just going to kill you. He's making a Roach Warren now, which I find really weird because his lair's insanely early. Is it a Nidus Worm? We put a Nidus Worm back here? So why would you go a lair so early if we're just going to go Roaches? Seems odd. Then again, I just described Starkiller's entire playstyle. A little bit odd, didn't I? His builds aren't the same as anyone else's. Quite sure he designs them in one of the outer buildings of Florencio's science school on his new Zerg campus. For those who don't know, Florencio's been actually training Zerg. He showed me a build order the other day where he goes, makes burrow. He goes 12 gas, makes burrow. Proxy hatches their natural, and then as he gets forced to cancel the hatch, he burrows the drone. Incredible. That's the sort of plays that I think Starkiller's been developing, you know, in conjunction, joining their brains together. Unfortunately for him, he's about to be greeted by a casual 11 adepts with resonating glaives. Now, I would have loved those adepts to kind of slide out a little bit earlier, or to send 2 adepts out, clear the Lings, push them back, and then do your first shade from here, because this gives a little bit more time. And Roaches are all you need against this. Now, the Roaches are all at the wrong base, and that's a huge misstep from Starkiller. He thought he was going to go for the 3rd, but now Daydreamer gets right on in there, takes the Queen out. Nice start. Oh, cancels the shade on a few of those adepts. Some of those adepts are staying there. Half of them shade into the main, and that lost work account already getting way out of control here. Starkiller's got to disengage with those drones. Oh no, because whenever you attack with them, the A move allows the adept shades to take them out. The last adepts are cleaned up, but that is 21 workers killed. Now, as Daydreamer, this is a terrible decision. You've got to make a Void Ray if you're gonna try to hang on to that 30. Okay, Void Ray's already on the way. Immortal's already... No, you need to sit behind your natural wall. Daydreamer, do not throw this game. You're almost in WCS Challenger. Get behind the wall now. You can't be out here, dude. You saw how many roaches he has. Don't try to defend down here. You need to defend your natural. You're up 20 workers. The first Immortal falls. Daydreamer desperately trying to hang on to this 3rd, but that is too many roaches. Daydreamer did a massive economic swing of damage, but the thing is he sacrificed a lot of army for it. He's trying to wall in. He's got an Immortal. He needs to warp in sentries. The Chad Ray overhead is slowly going to clear this up. The Immortal's doing a good job, but he's got to run his probes away. Imagine if he'd kept those units behind this wall. It would have been a game changer. Nice hold position on the probes. The Oracle doing tons of damage, but the probes going down is starting to rack up, and that Immortal's in his sights. A little bit slow to micro that back. It was Daydreamer, but you know what? The roach count's starting to get a little bit lower. He desperately needs to get another 10-15 workers to really cement his position. He gets it. He's already droning smoothly behind this. Oh, Starkiller finds his way back with the brutal roach counter swing here. Remember, that opening went well for Starkiller, so even though he took the damage from the adepts, he already had a lot of roaches with the roach speed out. He was rushing for this, And some nice focus fire on these probes. I think he might even be hold positioning. Actually, it looks like he's target firing from what I can tell. Looks like he's target firing. I like to use hold position so they kind of spread their attacks out a little bit more, so you're not using like 7 or 8 roaches to shoot a single probe and overkilling. But as it is, 48 probes killed. Starkiller might be going through to Challenger again soon. I don't think this is a qualification match just yet. But one step closer. One step closer. Daydreamer not realizing, I think, just how many workers he killed. You know, in the chaos of shading those adepts around, it's easy to not realize that you just massacred over 20 workers. But yeah, if he sat behind his natural wall and just let his third go down, let the Void Ray, the Immortals work as the Roaches try to get through, warp in a sentry or two, he'd be in a spectacular position, especially if he even hit a probe over here. So if the Roaches just go kill that third, he just like starts another Nexus in the middle of the fight, knowing his Void Ray is going to clean it all up, and that would have been awesome. These Adepts going to shade in there nicely. Oracle goes towards the main. It's looking for some damage. Not going to find anything. And yeah, Adept's not finding anything either. Ouch. Shut down. Hydra's on the way. 56 drone Roach Hydra, a good way to finish the... Oh, Roaches! Run in, the door's open. Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, Daydreamer really impressed me, especially that first game was so sick and was so close to winning that one. Wins the second game. I think we can, I mean, we all I think have earned a lot of respect here for Daydreamer. Chinese student here is studying in Canada at the moment, competing in WCS American qualifiers, and not quite going to be able to do it. I do really like seeing the stream a few minutes behind though. People are like, 20 workers? Wow. They're like, oh my god. Just wait. Waiting for you guys to catch up. Obviously, we are running a very small 3-minute delay here, which is, I guess, gigantic in Twitch terms, in order to make sure there can be no cheating from the players, no matter what. Yeah. Okay. So what do we got? Like a Chad, an Immortal, an Oracle. Walk into a bar. The punchline is the fact that it's a Zerg bikey bar and there's 400 Roaches and Hydras in there. They murder the Oracle and everyone else starts crying. And they're like, oh, this is not a nice story at all. This is terrible. Upside starts lagging. So one of the Roaches is just like, who the fuck are you? And why? Put that camera away, man. Upside's like, what? He's like, dude, I have a right to be here. It's a free country. The biker Roaches just like smash his face into a glass of whiskey. And Upside is like, oh, I'm sorry, man. Starts lagging out, dude. The bar of Zerg is filled. Starkiller knocks out Daydreamer, pours the bottom shelf, cheapest possible vodka all over the Protoss corpse of Daydreamer and says, dream on that, buddy. GG's. Nicely done.